Thank God you've returned. I need your help. For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out.
Okay.
Well, let's just see. Oh, okay, no, that makes more sense. Okay. This is different. This is a place. Is this a puzzle or is this a solution? Oh, god damn it, it's a puzzle. This is brute forceable. I think. Like, I'm trying to think of how many possible combinations there are, and it feels like there's not that many. Wait, okay, hold on. Up. Okay. And then with this one down, we try this one in both positions. Okay. Okay, now this one goes down. Then we try up. And this one down, and then up, down. And then go this one down, these two up, and we'll go down, up. And this one down, down, up. I feel like I'm missing combinations here. The question is, if I get the right combination, is something just going to click? Or do I have to just leave it like that and go somewhere else? All right, this one down. Okay, and then bop, bop, up. This one down. Up, down. Try this one up and down. Reset everything. Down. Down and up. This one down. Down and up. This one down. Down. Up. Down. Up. I thought I had like a good sequence going in my brain, and now it feels like I've lost it. But also that more or less feels like it was every combination. It probably wasn't. But I'm definitely losing confidence in the idea that, like, something will just happen. Like, thought was definitely put into this game to not let you brute force things. Even La Mulana has some stuff where it's like, yeah, just click the buttons, you'll get it eventually. It's like, use the mantra in every room until it works. Okay. Submarine leads to 5 lever up down puzzle. Don't know what to do with that puzzle. It's another thing we'll come back to at some point. I really just wish I understood, like, when I run into stuff like that, am I supposed to just, are there cues there where I am supposed to just figure that out where I stand? Or am I supposed to be carrying in knowledge from somewhere else that tells me how to do that? All right, well, that's there for whenever, I guess. Sadly, that doesn't really help. Yeah, the spinny orb things don't really have anything that I would consider a clue for that. That still doesn't do anything. Yeah, somehow over time I have become pretty accustomed to the gameplay loop that is, hey, great job figuring out this puzzle we didn't help you with. You figured all of the things out all on your own. Your reward is more of that. In recognition of you solving that puzzle, we hereby grant you more puzzle. You also don't know how to solve this one. Maybe? like, reasonably, you could read, like, it kind of just looks like jagged teeth. But what if it's trying to show you a down, up, down lever pattern? There are 5 points. In an alternating pattern with like top to bottom orientation being shown here. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Okay. I mean, why not, right? Like, we're gonna be in this for a bit, so let's get all the way in. I have to open NVIDIA broadcast though, so it's gonna be a minute. There you are. Okay. This'll do. Yeah, this is appropriate for Riven. This is good. Like this. Hello, greetings from Ohio, even though I'm not like super proud of it. It just happens to be I just happen to be here. I am liking the game. It is an interesting piece of gaming history. I wish it told me something. Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta... This one's kind of intense, so it's probably the least... It's probably the least appropriate for the smooth travel music, but like, I don't care. It's an excuse to listen to this smooth ass theme. I forgot it drops me into the slide. All right. Save that for next time. Very good. Yeah, so I have to admit, like, I had someone on the podcast ask if I'd played Riven, and I was like, well, I've never played Myst. I've never played any of those games, actually. And I initially thought, like, maybe we should play Myst first. But the more I read, it's like, you don't necessarily need to have played Riven, or Myst to have played Riven. Like, that's not an absolute must. And Riven is generally regarded as the better game. Yeah, no, I started with this. Despite this game's full title being Riven, the sequel to Myst. Oh, Myst is easier. I mean, yeah, I suppose that might help. I don't know, like, the person who wrote into the podcast asked specifically about this, and I was like, sure, I can try it. Because, like, literally not having any concept of what these games are or how they work or any of that. Stick your fingers in there. It'll be fine. Generally, I saw that, like, you can play them in any order, and Riven is generally considered the best one. Wait, there's a wait! Hold up. You can just do that? You can just go over the... Okay. That's fine, we're here now. That's... Wait, is that where the... Hold on. Goddamn waist-high railings. This is, like... In a game like this, where it's point and click, I see a railing as a stop. I'm never gonna look at that and be like, yeah, just walk over it. Obviously you can, physically, as a human, you can just step over the railing. You can do that. Generally, if you're like an able-bodied person. But video game logic says, like, waist-high walls, time to stop. I mean, depending on the type of video game. In some video games, it means it's time to hide behind it and shoot things. Oh yeah, if there was shooting in this game, I would stop immediately. Like, that's not what I want from this experience. I wouldn't say, like... I wouldn't say that I'm, like, necessarily a huge fan of point-and-click adventure. I've played a couple, and I generally enjoy, like, some puzzling and some problem-solving in my games. I feel like... Yeah, so there's this whole thing. I don't remember where this goes. I know I did something with this last time, but that was weeks ago. Oh, this is literally there. This is that spot. This is... Okay, yeah. Got it. Okay, that's the circle. So I really should have known. Because I know for a fact that I went through here before. But again, several weeks ago. It's been a minute. Okay, so what does all this mean? What does any of this do for me at the moment? Why can't... Hey. 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 Hey, lever. Lever? Oh, I cut the power. I moved the water flow over, and now it's not working. That's right, that's a thing. Is this game 1997? I've been calling it generally mid-90s, because I was pretty sure Myst came out in like 92 or 93 or something like that. But I couldn't remember exactly when it was. Right? No, that's as far over there as it can be. So that's going over to... I can't... Why can't... Right, that one goes up there, which I think is what we want. There's a whole rope bridge there that I don't really know how to get to. That's the door that I'm climbing up the ladder to. So that's where that one goes. This one is going towards this area, which I think I've already done what needs to be done with that. And the other one leads to this thing over here, but I've yet to figure out how any of this works. Maybe I should do something about that. It feels like there is something to be done with this particular apparatus. Right, that turns the gas back on, which is kind of meaningless, because... Alright, cool. That all sure was a thing. I heard that this game came as a pack-in title with certain PCs back in the day. Okay, there we go. Okay. Kind of feel like I'm going backwards here. 5 CDs, that's rad. Are we talking about Riven that was originally released on 5 CDs or original Myst? Like, PC gaming is a huge blind spot for me. Oh, that would be terrible! And you know how long it takes those damn discs to spin up? Oh, what an atrocious experience. I mean, even for the mid-90s, I can't help but just continue to look at this and be like, wow. They really kind of did the most here. I am unable to imagine what this would look like on a CRT. It took me until like I would say a few months ago to recognize, hey Teller. It took me until like a few months ago to recognize that CRT is actually like a better format. For games that were actually designed to take advantage of it properly. Like, I've seen a couple of accounts that are like, oh man, look at this old game on a good, like, on a good CRT screen versus in, like, you know, a fully pixelated HD screen. And for a while, I didn't understand, like, what was being shown, because I would look at it and I'd be like, I don't know, the other one looks less fuzzy. And it took me a minute to realize that that's kind of the point. All right, I feel like I've just, like, unsolved this puzzle that I already solved. Whoops. That's not what I want. Oh, there's actually just still water in here. I didn't know I could come in here while the water was up. Yeah, it's just one of those things it's one of those things I just never thought about. I never considered that would be I just never considered that would be like a core difference, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's kind of like people talking about how, it's like people talking about how a vinyl has better fidelity than like a CD or an MP3 or something like that. It's like, it seems silly to think about that, because, like, obviously the newer tech is going to be better than the older tech, but, like, it's not that simple. I'm feeling kind of bad about this because I had this solved initially, and then I started tinkering with it because I thought I had to do other stuff, and now I feel like I just screwed it up. Okay, it's good. We can go now. And then we're back out here, and we go down and around, and then we're back here, and none of that did anything. And I still don't know what's going on. And I still can't operate that because the water's not going over here. Which was kind of the whole reason I went over there in the first place, and then I got sidetracked, which... as you know, if you've been here for a while, is a thing that happens sometimes. Whoops. Actually, yes. There, that'll help me. That'll help me figure out what's going on the next time I start this game up. It'd be a very, very clear scaffolding for getting into the swing of things. Hit the lever. Whoa! All right, listen, I'm not really much of like a wildlife inclined person. But I know enough about nature to know that that thing is intensely poisonous. Anyway, have another. Only if it's wild? Well, I caught it in a trap, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume. So this leads us, once again, to another one of those situations where it's like, okay, we found a frog that did a thing. We got a little cutscene, and some stuff happened. And now it's like, all right, was that good? Does something happen now? Do we go somewhere else and then the frog does a thing? Or was I supposed to be here with like a net or a cage or something? And I actually have to come here and trigger that again. And normally I would say, you know, no hints, no backseating. But honestly, like, pixel hunting is not something I'm ever going to do unprompted. So I kind of don't mind that. Did the frog go up there? Yeah, honestly, those are like some of my favorite. I play a lot of games where like puzzling and figuring things out that are not necessarily immediately clear is kind of like the whole point of the game. And did we catch another one? We caught another one. That one didn't even eat anything. It just knocked the thing down and then left. But it was a different cutscene, so that felt new. Yeah, no, that's fair. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what I was saying is I play a lot of games like this where it's a lot of just kind of walking around and trying to figure stuff out. And usually, like, the community here has a pretty good feel for, like, when something is an appropriate hint. Where it's like, this is really hard to figure out naturally. And let me at least give you an idea of, like, what you're supposed to be thinking about. If not specifically what to do and where to go. Like, predominantly, people are very good about not just outright spoiling it and being like, you need to do this. But sometimes it's just straight up a design issue. Sometimes it's like, yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you just gotta do this. Well, let's check for frogs again, I guess. Nope, still open. I know it changed before to get a frog in there. It might just be time. It might literally just be a function of time. I am in fact taking notes. Well, you can't see them because of the background, but I am taking notes. I have a notebook. It's mostly for La Mulana, but now it's for this. The problem is, like, it's really hard for me to, like, figure out what's... I'm kind of just using it to make a note of unsolved puzzles. More or less like, yeah, this thing is a thing and I don't know what it does. Come back to it later when we have more information. Just to try to remember, like, what things I've seen and what and where they are. But I'm really used to the La Mulana style of you need to drain the water. Maybe this does it. The La Mulana style of puzzle solving, in which the game basically gives you a bunch of riddles for solutions and then gives you the questions later. So you get a bunch of information with no context that you can't really do much with. And then later on you figure out what you're supposed to do with it. Whereas this game's style is kind of just to give you nothing and have you deal with it. Yes, very often. Well, this has actually happened today, Nova, in which I solved a puzzle and took a fun little submarine ride to more puzzle. Give frog. Frog trap may need water cycle to work properly. And frog. I'm gonna keep doing it because all of the cutscenes have been different. And it really feels like they wouldn't waste the money on creating those assets if it was for nothing. Alright, so we're gonna try it straight up. No time difference. Just sprint out to the water. Spin it. Spin it again. Turn it back. Turn it back. Leave. Run. Go. As little time wasted as possible. Pull it back up. Pull it up! The water cycle worked. Now, frog. Frog. Yes? Oh, shit. Right, so that's the first cutscene again. Which means we have something there, but there's also something missing. Did we all learn together about the water cycle trick for the frog trap? Man, that's one of my favorite things, is playing like some 25 or 30-year-old game and having someone in here who played it like back in the day, and I'm stumbling through it like an idiot, and then all of a sudden, just from like random experimentation, we hit that one magical moment where it's like, hold up, wait, that works? I didn't know you could do that. I've never seen that before. I've been on both ends of that, and it's always cool. It's cool being the person who saw the thing. Like, I feel like every time I watch a playthrough of Undertale, I see something I've never seen before. Like, that game is just an exhaustive Easter egg hunt that just never ends. And it's super cool after 5+ years of that game being out, that every time I tune into a new playthrough of it, it seems like there's something new to see every time. So that always feels great, to just like see more of a game that you love. So anytime I can do that for someone else, it's like that's what we do it for. Like that's the whole point. No. I don't want to go up the... I feel like this dumb pile of sawdust. This scene right here looks important. But I don't know why. No, will not be. No. Let me, no. Now is not the time for reading. God, that's a really confusing transition. I understand it now, but I think I went back and forth through that transition about 15 times last time I played. And eventually just came to the... I eventually just came to the conclusion that I would be unable to, like, go back up the ladder. Like, I was just gonna not be allowed. Shit, I really thought I found something there. Like, I was doing a little dance in my heart. Because I found a lever that I didn't think I'd hit before. Water. It might do something, it needs power. Go. Go. In, up, over, lever. Lever? Let's go! But you didn't do anything. You literally didn't... You didn't do any... Alright, so we get something in the cart, we drop it down the slide, it goes in here, we grind it up into the wood chip pile, Fargo style. And then take that thing? My grandmother watched Fargo when I was like 10 years old. And literally, I swear, only did it because the people in the movie had the same accent that she did. really want to go all the way back. And the singular thing that I remember, other than a bunch of people being like, oh yeah, is that someone eventually gets put in a wood chipper. And now I can't see a wood chipper without thinking about that. So I'm like, what's in the pile? So, I mean, it seems fairly obvious to me. That what we want is to get something to come down this slide into this little reservoir that I keep clicking on and moving forward, and I don't mean to do that. At which point we can hit the lever. And it'll do this whole grindy bit. And it'll spit stuff out through that pipe into the wood chip pile, and then I will take it? Or something? Is it gonna be a frog? Do we have to grind up the frog? Frog? Probably frog. Frog. Stay in there, I'm not letting you out. This area seems so damn important. But it might literally have just been to get to this to open that gate. In which case, hell, I don't know. Like, I don't mind playing this game. I do worry a bit about streaming it. Because is walking over the same patch of grass or the same patch of ground for an hour, hitting the same sets of levers and hoping that something changes. Like, is this riveting content? Are we enjoying ourselves? See, I think everyone expects it, but I think everyone expects it to a certain extent. When you know the answer and you're waiting for someone to puzzle it out, I think generally, like, the statute of limitations that you place on it in your brain before you start getting frustrating is like, before you start getting frustrated and want to just like elbow someone aside and be like, it's this! Look over at that thing! I feel like it's about 5 minutes. rivening content. I see what you did there, and I like it.